Yer.
Indeed.
Welcome to another episode of The Discussion. And you are now rocking with the bad guy CJ Dub alongside my esteemed colleague, the self-proclaimed good guy, my main man, Mr. Facts himself, E-Dab.
That's me. Look, you know what? You need to get a round of applause going after you say that. Yeah, you know what I mean? We got to implement that in the show. Because I am the self-proclaimed good guy. And I'm happy to be here on the show today with you, my brother.
Indeed you are. Indeed you are. You know what I'm saying? So how was your day, man? How's everything going for you?
Well, you know, just a work day, you know. Just work, baby, you know what I mean? Can't complain. I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm here on the show, on the discussion. What I love to do best.
Alive, blessed, highly favored, all of that?
All of that, baby. You know what I mean?
Like
that's
me.
what the prayer for. That's what throwing the ones up mean. You know what I mean?
You kind of sound like me, man. You know, CJ Dub, man, God's favorite. You heard? Like, so.
No question.
You know, I've been having a pretty good day myself. Caught up on my sleep. You know, got some
Yes, sir. Yes,
Adam
sir.
and Eve business done. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, and look, hold on. I just dropped my little mouse. But, yo, that's big. You know what I mean? You know, when you moving the press out here.
Yo, I see you. You know, are you nervous? I got you nervous over here.
Well, you know, no.
You over here dropping things.
Well, you know,
Yo, see, check it out, man. You know, for those who just, you know, maybe it's your first time tuning in, you know, Eve, I get him rattled sometimes. You know what I mean? He over here dropping all this shit. You know what I mean? He over here, you know, he's shaking in his boots right now because he don't know what I might say.
Hey, yo, line for line. This is how we get down with the rhyme, son. You feel me?
No doubt.
Straight up.
And I want to give a special shout out to everybody in the comment section. If it's your first time tuning in, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get your notifications each and every time we drop new content. Brother Dad.
Yes, indeed.
Is the PayPal pinned
The
above?
PayPal is pinned above.
The PayPal is pinned above, so if you feel charity in your heart and you want to make a pledge, a donation to worthy cause like hoodies for the homeless,
Donate to the show, man. Donate to the causes, man, because we want to get in the community, man. Start helping this community out, all our communities out, man.
No
all
doubt.
across America, man. So look, yo, this is the discussion. And before you go on, continue, let me say this. Tell Raquel to please stop talking.
that's my brother, man. I wouldn't dare do that.
Yo, Raquel, sit down somewhere. Throw me something.
Don't do that.
That's my brother, man.
See, you interrupted my flow. You already
Just to mess with Raquel.
Man, listen.
See, look, everybody don't know who I'm talking to.
You talking too much right now. You talking too much right now.
All right, let's get with it, baby. Let's get back.
Now back to what I was saying. If you do not have PayPal, you can also make your pledge and donation via Cash App at #CJ Dub and #23A Rick, which you already know.
Of course, that's the only time that you get to call me that, man. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, just call me E, baby.
No doubt. With that being said, you ready to get into the classic of the day?
Man, listen, you know I'm ready to feel a classic for the day, man. I need something in my bones. I need something to make me jump, man. Something to get through, you know what I mean, the end of the night, man, after this hard work week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
The classic of the day comes from a team of four.
A team of four.
Team of four. They hail from Queens, New York.
Hey, yo, who you got?
They got members. You got Jarule,
Who that?
Ali Shaheed Muhammad,
Yo, who you got?
Fight Dog,
Woo!
the Abstract,
Shaheed?
Q-Tip.
Q-Tip?
Right.
Yo.
If you don't know who I'm talking about, we talking about a tribe called Quest.
Yo,
How you feeling about the tribe?
Come on, man. They was everything growing up. You know the tribe is like that. Come on, man. Classic. I'm talking about
Tribe Called Quest is like, you know, in retrospect, like when I just think about what they were able to accomplish, like,
Right.
What they did was really unmatched, man. You know what I mean?
right.
You know, they really planted their flag in hip hop's
They
consciousness. And, you know, inspired a lot of people. But when I hear people like Pharrell talk about a Tribe Called Quest and
Right.
what they meant to him, it just
Right.
gives me a different outlook on how I view them myself.
Yeah, but you looked up to Fight Dog and those guys, Q-Tip, Shaheed.
Absolutely.
You looked up to them, and look, they was like the coolest rap dudes ever. I couldn't imagine, like when I heard people say like Q-Tip had a beef with this person or he had a beef with Tupac or something, I just couldn't imagine it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, they was like the coolest, dopest brothers ever.
Yo, that's because Tupac was being an asshole.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was, you know, so. You know.
I just threw that jab out there, man.
Hey, listen, man, you got people in the comments. I don't know if they shooting shots at you, calling you Chub Rock or what, or telling you to play Chub Rock or.
Well, I will play Chub Rock. Yo, Chub Rock was my guy. Chub Rock was my guy.
1990s Chub Rock jumps up on the scene with a lean and a pocket full of green. Don't get me going.
Yo, you really feeling yourself.
I'm feeling myself tonight,
really
baby.
Feeling yourself.
Listen, I'm ready to break this discussion down, and I'm ready to make you look bad on the show today, bro.
Okay, well, let's get the classic of the day out the way. Classic of the day comes from A Tribe Called Quest. Once again, one of my favorite all-time records from them. And I must say, I gotta say rest in peace. One of the brothers who stood out on this record is no longer here. We never got a chance to see his career flourish, but he did leave us with this gem. So, with that being said, classic of the day, Tribe Called Quest, and this is the Scenario Remix. No doubt,
great
man.
classic.
And rest in peace. Let me throw these rest in pieces out here. First of all, you know, the great Fife Dog passed away.
Right.
You know, one of our heroes.
Hip hop hero, man.
One of our hip hop heroes. Brother, he would never be forgotten. But this is the one, and the reason I'm highlighting this is because this rarely gets highlighted. The first person to rhyme on the Scenario Remix was Kid Hood.
Okay.
Up and coming, promising MC. He stepped on the scene around the same time as Nas and you know, OC and different people from that class.
Okay.
Biggie. Had a lot of promise. Just based off of that one verse that he kicked on Scenario Remix, it opened a lot of doors for him. But unfortunately, his life was cut short. And he's never really mentioned or talked about
Kid Hood.
Kid Hood. But that particular verse will always be remembered. You know what I'm saying? And it just go to show like, yo, this dude was so dope, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He was just fly.
Like, you gotta understand, these guys was up and coming. Like, Nas had the verse on Live at the Barbecue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Big L was on the Lord Finesse joint.
Right.
OC. Like, those cats, they was coming along at the same time. And Kid Hood was a part of that class.
Right. Yo, I'm astounded by your hip-hop knowledge. You are a true historian. Really, Kid, listen, I you know, I remember the last time I heard his name?
Yeah, Kid Hood, and a lot of people didn't even know his name, but they knew the verse.
That's crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? The line, like, I'm wild like Larry
that.
Davis. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Kid Hood,
R.I.P.
man.
Kid Hood.
And that's really, I think there may be one other record out there on the internet somewhere with him on it.
Okay.
I think, I want to say the name of it is The Bomb or something like that. But, you know, rest in peace to Kid Hood, man.
R.I.P., man.
Damn.
Life cut short.
Legend. You know what I mean? Like that one verse, like I kind of put his verse to the equivalent of AZ's verse on Life's a Bitch. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really think about it, like those were like perfect introductions to these artists. And it would live forever. Right. So Kid Hood got that. Like anybody, and I know a lot of people who like the Scenario Remix better than they like the original version. Right. And his verse was like the standout verse on it. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to Fife Dog, rest in peace to Kid Hood, man. R.I.P.,
man. Look, you know what I think we should start doing on this show? And this would be a great segment to have on the show.
What's that?
Just give a shout out to a hip hop hero once a week. You know what I mean?
That's why
hip hop hero. I know that's
a class the other day.
Yeah, but I know what we was doing. You know, for Fife Dog, for Tribe Called Quest. But like I'm just saying, like fallen heroes like Kid Hood, and you know those guys out there that need to be remembered, man. Let's remember a hip hop hero. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope how you did that, man. Look, that's why I respect you. I love the grind. I love being around you, listening to your hip hop stories, and you know what I'm saying, and your hip hop views, your point of views, because you know you actually are very knowledgeable. You know
I love it, man. Like, yo, hip hop culture,
you really do.
That is my life, man. A lot of people don't understand it. You got a lot of people that are fans.
Right.
And it ain't nothing wrong with that. Right. I'm a fan of it too, but I also lived it.
Right.
And I was in love with the entire culture, not just one aspect of it. So all of those things intrigue me. The b-boying, the graffiti. Like, I'm into it all. So
I want you to take this and use this as a sound bite, because that what you just said is a heck of a sound bite on the intro or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was it right there. Yo, bro. You on to something, son. But yo, look, that may be the perfect segue into the topic, man. You know what I mean? Because I think I'm ruining your show right now. You know what I'm saying?
You're not.
You know, I feel like I'm ruining your vibe. You was all into it, and I'm ruining your vibe and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got a dope partner and brother. I just want everybody to know that, man. I want him to know that on this show. The brother's dope, man. Y'all check my boy out, man. Pressure with CJ Dub, man. Adam and Eve, man. It's already streaming.
Yeah, Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve.
Yes.
Tonight, 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Shout out to my whole Adam and Eve cast, man, where we talk about relationships, real life.
Right.
Give opinions and thoughts and insight on the dynamic between men and women.
Y'all crazy, man. For real.
Yeah, we are a little
Y'all
bit.
crazy.
We have fun with it, though.
I think I just posted something about your show a few hours ago.
Well, thank
about
you,
Adam
man.
and Eve.
Thank you. I appreciate
it's a dope show. I want people to actually check this out because look, this is a dope show. I mean, if you're looking to hear about like some of those round table discussions in a black household,
round table discussions
in a black household, and you want to know how black people view life or relationships, that's the show to watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not that Jada Pickett and them fake show and all that. I'm talking about this show's the show to watch. You know what I'm saying? They coming with it. They being real with it. They not hiding. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Absolutely. So what you got on the what's the disclaimer?
So look, man, today, man, I thought it was best, man. We talk about how Joey Crack disrespects Lilmo and Vida at the Verzuz battle, and did he have to apologize? Was that necessary?
You want to give your take first, or
I can't go first because my take may not be as interesting as yours. I'm sure you have a lot to say, but me personally, I looked at it as one of those things. You know how when you see, a lot of times people don't understand our community. When we was raised up off what we call it joning on you.
Right.
We was raised off stuff like that. So that was nothing more than that, what Fat Joe did.
That's a fact.
On the stage. What he was doing, showing what you come up here with, where you get them from the crack house.
Right.
They got offended by that. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not mad at them for being offended. But what I'm saying is this, I think that it was misconstrued and took out of place. And because like Little Mo knew how, she's from the hood. She know how we grow up cracking jokes in the hood. And it was nothing more than that. You know what I'm saying? One of those things. But the country right now, it's one of those times where everyone's sensitive. I mean, everything you say, you have to watch. You have to be careful about what you say or write or what you post. You know what I'm saying? Or what you send to someone. You got to be careful. So with the Me Too movement going on, and you have still going on, and you have, the heightened sensitivity with women's rights and all these things. I think that's what really played a part of it, and that's why he saw the backlash, and he felt it necessary to apologize. He apologized. I'm okay with that too, but I just think that it wasn't necessary. Me.
Well, if you guys missed it, what E is referring to is the Verzuz battle between Fat Joe and Jarule, and the comment that was made, he called them some dusty bitches. That was the comment that was made.
Yeah, they said, well, you get them from a crack house? So, I'm like, yo.
So, I mean, I kind of agree with E here. Like, at the end of the day, man, we talking about hip-hop, yo. It's a very braggadocious,
right.
very combative sport, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Verbally.
And I'm not saying this right, but, certain derogatory terms have been synonymous with the culture.
Right.
I personally have seen Little Mo and both Vida talk big shit on records,
right,
and in concert as
right.
well.
Exactly.
I feel like it was being a little sensitive, especially when they know what the stakes were and what it was. Now, I don't think I would have said that to them on stage. Once again, but that's just me. But did I see a super issue with what he did in the moment? Especially when, Jarule, he didn't call Remy my bitch, but he was kind of, he was a little chippy himself. Like, it was so let's be realistic about it.
But it was an entertainment thing that everyone turned into something else. See, this is what takes the fun out of it. Right? Because look, I'm not saying, people may think that's bullying type stuff, but it may be, but growing up in the community, that's how things, that's how you did, that's how you got off. Listen, you know how many times I've been joked on and cracked on, felt bad, but hey, it was what it was. It's just that's the community that we grew up in and was raised in. But I still think that all across America, not just in black communities, all communities, that's what we do. We joke, we crack jokes, and it's just when it's heard, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I don't know. Do you got the story pulled up? Because you can read what was really said. because I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I didn't see that part actually. You know what I'm saying? And then I've been so busy I couldn't even catch it.
So Fat Joe issued an apology for making unfavorable comments that seemingly referenced Lilmo and Vida. On Tuesday night, September 14th, the Terror Squad MC and Jarule exchanged shots New York style during their versus battle at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
Amid the trash talking, the Murder Inc. star poked fun at Joe for bringing Remy Ma out more than once to save him, as Ja said. Y'all see somebody come out with me, Ja ass at the time, I'm the real star. Hadn't yet revealed his special guest, but they were unfortunately embroiled in the back and forth between the two rappers. Joe got caught up in the moment and quickly replied, "Oh, them dusty bitches? You had to go to the crack house to find them bitches, huh?"
Man, that's crazy. So
later in the event, Lil Mo and Vida joined Ja Rule on stage to perform their 2000 hit Put It On Me. Social media fans immediately concluded that Joe's comment was about those two women. After coming across the Dusty Bitches clip on social media, Lil Mo says she was disappointed. Fat Joe later penned a public apology in which he expressed his love for her and Vida. Shout out to the ladies. Very sorry if I disrespected you. He tweeted after the event.
Right.
I love Vida and I love Lil Mo. I'm super sorry. Love my sisters.
But look, I'm glad he did that. But still, I mean, even though it's not, I just felt that, look, you're forcing people to apologize for something that really wasn't actually meant to be taken that way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like it. I mean, I don't like the energy in America and how it's going around. I don't like some of these things. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't like some of the sensitivity things, some of the things that we said growing up, and doing, because the world is changing now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, it's just crazy, man. Hip hop not even the same because of it.
I mean, but to play devil's advocate here a little bit, once again, like I said, I wouldn't have made those remarks.
Right.
And I can also see how, the viewer, somebody who's not accustomed to hip hop culture, somebody who doesn't understand or speak that language, I can see how that can be offensive. I can even see how the ladies on stage were maybe offended by that. Because even though they can call each other bitches and all kind of stuff amongst each other, like you tell me all the time, you always tell me I'm a little harsh on the women. In this particular instance, I think that Joe should have apologized.
Okay.
While I don't, like I said, I agree with you, but the only point I'm trying to make is I don't see nothing wrong with him apologizing for that, because basically what he's saying is, I was talking shit and got caught in the moment.
Right.
And,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Lil Mo and Vida, out of everybody should know, you know what I'm saying, coming from the hip hop community, you should know he didn't really mean it like that. That's what I'm saying, but you're forcing an apology because you're upset about it. If they're upset, you know what I'm saying?
So you feel like the apology was...
It's just forced.
You think it was forced out of him?
Look, I'm not saying it was forced out of him. I'm not saying it wasn't genuine. It just was forced. He was forced to have to say it. But he said it from the bottom of his heart, which was great, but he was forced to have to say it. I just think that coming from our community, knowing how we joan on each other,
right?
Knowing it's a hip hop battle, it's a versus battle. We in the moment, they're in the moment, and this is just what happens in that particular moment. I'm not saying disrespect women or go out. I'm just saying that's just was what was happening. And Fat Joe didn't mean nothing by that. I don't think he meant nothing like sinister or anything behind it. I mean, it happened. It came out crazy. It looked crazy because the whole world was watching. And like I said, with the heightened sensitivity in the country, and that's what you saw. So he had to apologize.
And we got a dope comment from my homie Frenchie in the comment section, who says, we from a different era. Men used to lift us up as queens. Today, it is the opposite. Men are always putting black women down today. So Joe should have been above that. Rap is rap and a battle is a battle, but he was wrong this time.
Look, it's a great comment. I'm not saying that. Look, look what he said. It wasn't good. But what I'm saying is, if you were gonna keep it in perspective, I don't think Joe meant it that way. I don't think he did either. But like I said, once again, it's like, in the heat of the moment, especially when you're talking about hip hop, right?
It's it's a little,
right.
The more I think about it, like, okay, them dusty bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Look, Biggie. Look, when Biggie said it about, you know what I mean. Nobody said anything. But see, this is what I'm saying. He said it live, just like this is live, and the whole world heard it. But what I'm saying,
but the difference is,
it's a new era.
But hold on, but Biggie had a song. That was his song.
Okay, but still, he said, you know,
me and my bitch, and it was more like
no. I'm talking about when he talked about Puffy. What's the group with the girls? Escape.
But see,
I'm just saying.
But wait a minute, Biggie.
We're trying to make
Escape was pissed off too. They was pissed off at that time.
But what I'm saying, it didn't gain traction when Biggie had to apologize because look, even if they were more, but it was.
I get your point. I get your point.
But they were more upset because of their career, not because they felt like they were ugly or it was a shot. It was a slight, even though it was a slight at them. You got to think they coming out trying to get up with Total and SWV and all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was one of those things. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand why they were mad, but like Little Mo and them, they just there and they upset because he said what he said. I'm not saying Fat Joe what he said was right. I'm just saying I don't think if we're gonna put it in its proper context, I don't think he meant it like that. That's all I'm saying. He apologized. Okay, that was great, Fat Joe. But I mean,
you feel so you wouldn't have apologized for it.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't have apologized, but I'm just saying it was forced. You're forcing me to apologize. You're forcing me to apologize, and I'm gonna apologize even if I mean it, but you're forcing me to.
You're really surprising me here, and the reason I'm surprised by some of your remarks is
I'm just being honest.
Like I'm normally sitting in the chair that you speaking from.
The hot seat.
In the hot seat.
No, I'm just saying the climate is so sensitive right now in America that you can't say what you want to say. And look, I get it. I'm not saying that it wasn't a comment that could have made a woman feel bad or, you know what I mean, or one of those women that could make her self-esteem, you know, go down or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying, I'm not some psychologist, but I'm just saying if we put it in its proper context and its proper perspective, I think that it was distasteful, but look, he didn't mean it like that.
I mean, I get what you said.
I'm in the hood.
But let's just imagine this though.
But they're not gonna see it like we see it because we from the hood and we actually sat on stoops.
What if I don't know, Prince and Michael Jackson was having a versus and Mike Briggs died of Ross out and I don't know, Aretha Franklin and Prince say, yo, you gonna bring out these dusty bitches?
I'ma laugh. It's gonna be, listen, see,
I'm just saying, it's a little,
but look,
because, you know, you have to keep in mind that these girls are artists in their own right and have a certain amount of success. Right. And you gotta respect that, man. Right. You can't call them dusty bitches. Right. Man.
But look, let me say this. What if somebody, it was somebody hosting it was somebody like Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle hosting that versus the other night, and they said it coming out. Will we okay it because they were comedians? I mean, we give comedians a pass.
But it's a whole lot of passes that are given.
But that's what I'm saying. Joe didn't mean it in that context. Just like you when
yes, a comedian.
Hold on, no, I don't think he did. Yes. I don't think he did.
That was that street corner talk. That was that street corner talk coming out of him on stage.
What he should have said, you should have brought me broke bras on the stage.
Nah, but
I'm that's what he should have said.
Nah, it was.
I just don't think
it was so natural, man. Fat Joe probably inside. He done said that plenty of times, man. I think Fat Joe is a habitual dusty bitch sayer. I think he says that habitually around women, around certain women,
right?
That he feel all beneath him. That's just my opinion.
Look, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just saying in this particular instance, you got the versus battle going on. After coming off seeing what Dipset and the Locks did, the trash talk and all that, how I get it, you know what I mean? I mean, it just spilled over, and they thought that they was gonna be able to do it. He just made a comment. I mean, he was feeling himself, and I don't think he meant it really like that, like they was really dirty and dusty. Because you know, Lil Mo not no dirty and dusty broad.
Oh, Bella got an interesting. Shout out to Bella.
Okay, what Bella say?
Well, she has two comments, and
read them out.
I want to read both of them. The first comment was the apology was needed. At this point, we are grown and have grown children. Should no child witness their mom being called out of their name, especially in front of a nation? Look, that's a very important point.
And look, like I said, that's a great point you made, Bella. I didn't view it from that perspective. I didn't even look at it from that lens or that perspective. I'm just viewing it from the standpoint of, and look, y'all saying that, I know we grown and all of that, but still, when it comes to hip hop, it's different. Hip hop is very different. Hip hop is more bold than any other genre of music. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is. And that's why we're so bold, because we're able to do things like this. And when you put it in this context, me personally, and I don't know if you're saying she had an opioid addiction, she may have, and that may have offended her from that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know any of that, but I'm just saying, I don't think Joe meant it like that. I mean, we're forcing people to apologize. We're forcing people, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying degrade women. I'm not for that at all. Let me just say that, because I know somebody's going to get in my inbox and say, you was degrading a woman. I don't degrade women.
Yeah, next episode, you the bad guy.
I'm just saying that in this context, I don't think that's what Joey meant.
So you're going to be the bad guy. You understand? So
right.
You're going to wear it well. You ready? I want you to suit up for it.
Listen, I don't it don't
your
bother
good guy days are over.
It don't bother me. But what I'm saying is this. I just have to be honest. I just don't think that Joey meant it like that. And they took it, that people just blowing it out of proportion, out of context. I mean, it's a story for Little Mo. Look, I haven't heard from Little Mo in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Vida, I don't even know who she is. Maybe you have to tell me when she sings or something.
But you know what? I mean, because it's almost like you're saying that hip hop is savage and we don't know how to conduct ourselves.
No. I'm not saying that we're savage and we don't know how to conduct ourselves. I'm just saying, growing up and when it was hip hop, just like in the hood, that's how you got off your Joe.
But that didn't mean that, because even though as much as I love hip hop, now don't get it twisted. I love hip hop, but I do think hip hop has been the same way it's been a blessing for a lot of people.
Right.
It's always been. It's also been detrimental to a lot of people.
Right.
Hip hop, the influence of it, I don't think anybody expected it to influence as many things as it has. So
right.
Even back in the days, like, you know what I mean, a lot of it was disrespectful to women.
Right.
And it kind of like, you got to think about this, like, if I take a look at myself, right? As much as I love the music,
right.
Let's just say if I didn't come from a home that didn't have an active father, and, you know what I mean,
right.
or a mother that wasn't as loving as mine,
right?
Some of those NWA records and stuff, like, you know, people hold on to music like that. It really gets in their spirit. So if I really held on to what Ice Cube was saying, what MC Ran was saying to these different people, the way they call women bitches, hoes, and all of that, if I really held on to that, that would be my perception of women.
But I'm just saying, look, people.
So
this happens every single day across the world. This single conversation we're talking about, men calling women this, that, women calling men this, that, whatever. I mean, this goes on every single day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I condone it. I'm not saying that do it. I'm not saying not do it. I'm just saying be you, do whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying in this particular instance, I just think that it was blown out of proportion. Okay, he apologized. Great. I mean, you know, because if that was something that was needed to be done to actually help the women get through this and move past that, then hey, good, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not for downing people. I'm not for knocking people to the ground. I'm just saying, I just think it was out of this context. I mean,
this sounds to me like you have a more of a problem with the media forcing him to apologize.
Yeah, that's all it's always going to be because of the sensitive nature. I mean, right now we're in a time where everything that you say is going to be out there and it's going to be sensitive. You know what I mean? It's going to be exposed. People are going to look at it. They're going to try to break it down, decipher it, and make what they want to make out of it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, look, Fat Joe was pretty excited. He might have been whatever he was on one or whatever, came up on the stage and he hit it. And he was trying to be the funny guy last night, on the verses. He was trying to be the funny guy and it just backfired on him.
And here go another comment. Plus the fact that he didn't address Ashanti like that really makes it look like an attack on them.
Okay, all right, Bella. You win, Bella. I can't, because you're a lady, I can't go there with you. And I'm just, look, I'm glad he apologized.
Right.
I'm glad he apologized. I'm just saying it was forced. And look, him not coming at Ashanti like that, I mean, I don't know why. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't even think in the hood, if Ashanti was around in the hood and y'all was joking and cracking jokes, you wouldn't even direct comment like that to her there. You know what I mean? Because she just don't give off, you know what I'm saying? That,
so you think Vida and Little Mo give off?
Well, no. I'm just saying they like to jump in the way and get out there and get in the way. You know how they did on the stage with Jay-Z and all that a few years back and all that other stuff. I'm just saying that's probably why people see that like that. That's why people viewing this like that. And that's probably why Joe said what he said. You know what I'm saying? You got them up here? I mean, really? I just think it was just blown out of proportion and taken out of context. Great, he apologized, but I just don't see what the big fuss. I mean, look, okay.
That's right. Lil Mo was the one who was.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, look, I'm just saying.
Interrupted
Look,
Jay-Z.
I love Lil Mo. Don't get it twisted. I love Lil Mo. It's not like I dislike him or anything. I'm just saying it's just taken out of his context. It's just blown out of proportion. We blowing this out of proportion for nothing.
I mean,
he apologized immediately, which lets you know that, look, I really didn't mean that like that. Y'all taking it like that. You know what I'm saying? This is come up here versus battle. He bring y'all out like y'all rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I took it as. Y'all rocking with Jay. Oh, where'd you get these bras from? The crack house? You know what I mean?
Meek Will's, my stepdaughter. Shout out to him.
That's not your stepdaughter, bro.
She says he didn't say who he was directed into, though, so it could have been anybody that jarule brung out. He was forced to apologize because he did it the night before social media blew it up. Yeah, there's some truth to that.
I mean, look. All I'm gonna say is, fellas, be careful what you say, especially on social media, in the public, being recorded. What you say to women. I mean, because look, this thing is gonna get blown out of proportion. It's a sensitive time.
Yo, see, you killing me right now. And
be careful.
And Billy,
no, I'm just saying.
Hold on, Billy and Meek Wills. I'm glad y'all here because I know y'all date one people, right?
Man, stop it. Listen, you know I love
the
the women.
stance that he's taking, right, is what he's been critical of me about.
Listen, I'm just
since we started this show.
The stuff you be talking about, it wasn't nothing about nobody said critical or nothing. I'm just saying, look, this is totally different from This is totally different.
You feel
hold on.
me?
This is totally different from your Black Jesus thing, how he handled the women and all of that. This is totally different.
This is worse.
No. This is not worse. Because this was taken out of context.
Yo, you bugging right now.
I'm just saying.
This is what he called.
This is nothing like Kevin Samuels.
He called them. Yo, you sat right up here. You were for women abusing these dudes like Pedro. You forgot about Pedro?
They don't pay their child support.
Pedro deserved to be beat down because he ain't paying child support. But it's okay for Fat Joe to call these women dusty bitches.
Listen, hold up. No, I'm not saying that,
bro.
Listen, hold up. Let's get this straight. I'm not saying that it was okay for him to call them dusty bitches. What I'm saying is, I'm saying he said it was taken out of context. That's all I'm saying. It was taken out of context. He apologized. I mean,
Pedro apologized.
He didn't pay afterwards still, though.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do know, man. I can go pull up Pedro right now.
What about my man who was getting beat with the belt and she threw the water on him that was hanging down at Peaches? What about him?
He shouldn't have came home. You down there hanging with Peaches, doing all this nasty stuff with Peaches. And you think you finna come home and get his woman something?
He said he went to Peaches' house.
That man got paid, got drunk, went to the ABC store, went to Peaches' house, fell asleep, went home with no money.
I can't believe you, man. That woman threw water on that man and beat him religiously with a belt. And you said it was okay for her to do that.
Yes, it's okay for her to beat him with the belt.
And now in return, you sitting here saying it's okay for Fat Joe to call these women dusty.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying it was taken out of context. That's all I'm saying. I said it was taken out of context. I'm not saying if it's okay for him to do it, it's okay for him not to do it. It's on him. I'm just saying it was taken out of context. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I
think it was one of them Jonan moments that just went too far.
Well, this is how I see it, and I agree with something that Meek Wills just put in the comments. Yo, shout out to Meek Wills, my stepdaughter.
That's not your stepdaughter, bro. That's not your stepdaughter, bro.
I think Fat Joe should have just gave Remy the alley-oop and let her call them some dusty bitches. That would have been dope too.
Well, yeah, that would have really been dope. But I think it was just one of those moment things. He just seen them come up, they pop out or whatever they got going on, and he just poof. And I'm like, oh man, there you go. When I heard about it, when I woke up and heard about it, I said, Joey and water. You know what I mean? And then, Joey been a sensitive topic right now, even with the paperwork coming out. So, of course.
But that paperwork was fake, man.
It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying his name. Listen, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Because his name in the spotlight. You just threw it out there, so let's be clear about it because we're not going to throw dirt on nobody's name.
Listen,
the fault, say the fake paperwork that came out.
The false paperwork that came out about Fat Joe still got him in the media and in the highlight, got people talking about him. And this is just something more to place on top of that.
Okay.
He's there. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but you just said paperwork.
Yeah,
so
I don't care.
I just needed to clear that up.
I don't care if the paperwork real or not. He'll snitch. I don't know him if he'll snitch or not. I don't know him.
I agree with that.
I don't know
that, but
I'm not saying he is. He ain't. If the paperwork fake or not, I don't know.
Well, the paperwork, it was proven in paperwork.
I don't know. I didn't know.
But we give out real information on this show.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know if
I just need to clear the air. Like, make sure that it was clear, crystal clear.
Who said the paperwork was fake? Did the government say it was fake? The government came out and said this paperwork on Fat Joe was fake.
The government?
Yeah, because I've been through this situation before, and I know one thing about the government. Listen, I'm just telling you. I'm just keeping it a band with you. I'm just keeping it a band.
Oh, shout out to my main man, Vida, the Vida Shaw. Yo, Vida says that he took a dive for jarule. And you know what, Vida? Those are my thoughts exactly. Let's address a comment that was made a little bit earlier by my stepdaughter. my stepdaughter, Meek Wills. She said that the verses was actually better than what she anticipated. I agree with her.
I mean, I woke up. I was doing assignments. I fell asleep, woke up, and then I went back to sleep. I said, you know what I mean? Maybe I woke up in a time where it just, you know, when nothing popping off.
Yo, Fat Joe took a break to come get a Big Mac.
He should have got a Sweeties meal because they killed him.
Yo, stop it, man.
No, he should have got a Sweeties meal.
Man. Don't be that guy.
What?
Don't be that guy.
That meal is good.
We not. Yo, why we got dressing Sweetie meals every time we come on here?
I'm saying, why you trying to put a lid on me? Put a cap on me, bro. You know what I mean? Put a capital LLID on an OG. You know what I mean? How you gonna do that?
Yo, you out of control today for real. Like you really on one. Yo, but for the record, man, I you know what? I gotta say this, man. I don't like jarule.
Why?
He's corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it a being. Like, jarule is corny, yo. Like,
yeah, you think so?
I always thought his music was corny.
For real?
His voice.
You like his voice?
Just his whole steez, I won't with that. Man.
So if I was on this show and I jumped on this show and I looked at you and I say, yo, CJ, and I said, look, bro, where would I be without you?
Yo, I just like I had never been in the mood.
I know you're tired of being lonely.
I think jarule maybe had one song that I liked from him. I did like that. Running through the red light, living my life. You won't get into I did like that record, but most of his stuff, man.
You just don't like Ja because he catered to the ladies, and you know what I mean. You like to come at the ladies real tough.
LL catered to the ladies, and I love LL.
You don't like LL either.
LL is a goat. It's a goat.
You didn't play a lot of LL growing up.
You a lot. I just played LL last week.
I'm just telling you, growing up with you.
Yo, I was just listening to LL
we played
last.
Tribe Called Chris. We played Beatin' Up.
And do you know how many times P Cookies in a plastic bag? You ain't listening to that with me?
We was 9 years old.
Stop it, man.
That was back then. We
Yo,
was 9
Uncle
then.
L.
We was 9.
Uncle L. You know what I mean? Now, L do got a lot of records I skipped. Now, I ain't gonna lie about that. But LL got joints, man, that I love, that I still play.
LL that dude though, I ain't gonna front, you know what I mean?
No, the blast, you so disrespectful, man. We not gonna sit here and compare no damn jarule to LL Cool J, man. You should be ashamed of yourself, man. What is wrong with you?
What would I be without you?
Yo, you got some serious problems, man.
I do, and I mean, look, everyone has problems.
And you really on your ish today, man.
I am.
What's going on, man? You want to talk about it?
I'm just, you know what I mean?
I'm just therapy. Yo, talk to Uncle C, man.
Man.
What happened, man?
Hey,
talk to Uncle C, man.
I think I'd rather talk to a Dallas fan like Bill, Big Bro Bill, man. I'd rather talk to Bill, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey Bill, I might call you this weekend, man. Holler at you, man.
Hey, yo, Billy said Uncle L, he was dope. I got tired of the lip licking though. Oh man, come on.
Well, look, the ladies was expecting you to lick your lips when you kicked it with them. You know what I mean, B?
Yo,
that's all that was.
Yo, man, yo, shout out to my brother. Shout out to Dog. But yo, next time you around Dog and when he talk to a woman, yo, he do the LL, man.
Who? Yeah?
Yeah, man, he be. Yo, I was like, yo, what are you doing, man?
Oh man,
she ain't for you, homie.
She for the streets.
She's not the one for you. Why are you licking your lips, man?
Look, he trying to catch. Let him try to catch, bro. I mean, hey.
Yo, how? This is what I'm trying to. How is Dallas even a part? We talking about Fat Joe.
Man, the viewers.
Why is the Cowboys even being brung up in this broadcast? Like, I'm not understanding
the
this.
viewers get to say whatever they want to say on this show. So you going against the viewers?
Man, I'm not.
Why you act like you going against the viewers?
Why is Dallas being brought up in this?
You have to ask them.
In this show.
You have to ask them.
I'm asking you.
Because they...
Somewhere along the lines, you done brung this up, man. Like, come on, man. Y'all out of control
man,
right
now. Baby. Time to go, baby. Drop bars. Hey, yo, Bill, don't ask me to drop no bars, because look, when I drop them, I'm going to kill the game. I'm going to keep it 9G. You know what I mean? On 55th Street.
Yeah.
You got Crip Mac on 55th Street.
Yo, 55th Street.
You find me? You find me?
Yo, you could, you know what? I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't gonna say. Hey, yo, man, tell the people where they can find us at, man.
Hey, man, listen, man, look, y'all can find us on Facebook every Tuesday and Thursday night live, man. This is what we're doing on the discussion. We on Spotify, SoundCloud, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Podcast Chaser. Look, there's so many of them, I can't even name them all, so I'm not gonna try to name them all right now, but we there, man. Go check us out, man. See any of the discussion, man. Yo, go ahead and hit the link, the PayPal link, man. Drop something in there for your boys, man, for the hoodies for the homeless, man. We getting ready to do a movement out here in the street. My partner CJ Dove, working with folks, getting ready to put it together. So y'all support the cause, man, for the neighborhood, man. We out here, man. Support Adam and Eve, support Pressure right now, man.
And Facts, let's not forget Facts.
Support Facts, man. And look, shout out to everybody who's been streaming Facts. I looked up the statistics this week.
Did good.
And Facts streamed and did great downloads this week.
It's great.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to the people that stream Facts, man. Shout out to the people that's watching the shows, man. I appreciate you, man. Much love, man. Hey, see any discussion?
And Adam and Eve. You know.
And listen, I just checked that streams on Adam and Eve before I got here.
And it's streaming well as well.
Yes,
so, you know, things are starting to pick up. And matter of fact, any man, I'm just throwing this out here, anybody that's listening, if there is a man in this comment section right now who would like to make a special guest appearance on Adam versus Eve, showtime is 8 o'clock. We are one man short.
Right.
So if you want to appear, and the topic of the day is if you're dating, or you know, if you're dating somebody and they check off all the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They smart, they intelligent, they cook, they clean, they're responsible. They check off
good credit,
everything. They check off all the boxes, but they whack in the sack. Can you deal with that? And that's the topic of the day on Adam versus Eve.
I don't know, man.
How important is sex?
Right.
Good sex.
I think
in a relationship.
I think it's important.
So if there's any man who feels like that is something that they care to, you know, give their opinion and insight on.
Are you willing to
sell? Holla at Uncle C, man. Holla at Uncle C. You can be a special guest today.
All at Uncle C, man. You need to give them your email and stuff so they can get inbox you or inbox you.
And if you're interested, just you can inbox us at the C&E page.
Of course.
If you haven't subscribed to the Adam and Eve page, you can also do it there, or you can just hit me personally.
Right.
And that's that. But I thank each and every one of you for tuning in today.
Yes,
you can find us back on Tuesday at 6 p.m. ish. You know we black. We might not be on time, but we always arrive. You heard?